Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this thumbnail in all of the programs that I use and showing you exactly how I made it. The first step to making my thumbnails is obviously taking the pictures, and since I already made this thumbnail, I already have the pictures ready to go, so I'm just going to give you a brief little tutorial of how I take my pictures. So I like to take 4 different pictures and kind of create them in a little collage thingamajig where there's like 4 corners like this. So sometimes I'll have like 2 riding pictures and then 2 scenery pictures. Sometimes all 4 of them will have me in them, like this thumbnail that we're making today. It really just depends. But if you don't have enough character pictures or horse pictures, you can always do scenery pictures, like I said. So I'm just going to show you how I take my pictures. This one, you know, it could be cute. There's a bee. But, okay, so for this one, we're just gonna do hi. And, oh, that's cute. Okay, so basically we want to go in on the field of view a lot so that you get a high quality picture. Make sure you do depth of field and focus it on what you're looking at, and we have a good picture right here. And obviously I'm not using this one, and I would probably take longer to get an actual picture, but like I said, I'm not using this one. So now we're gonna go into actually how I actually make the thumbnail, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go into Global Store, go to canva.com, and Canva is my absolute favorite thing in the world. I used to not like it because I didn't really know how to work it, but then I actually started using it, and oh my gosh, I love Canva so much. You can do so much in it, and yeah, it's been super helpful in making my role plays and normal thumbnails. And my internet's really bad clearly right now. I don't know what's happening. I'm just drinking my chai latte, trying to be an aesthetic YouTuber. You want to search YouTube thumbnail, and the set size will come up so you can just create your new design. And then you want to drag your photos in, and I think if I hit this, there's gonna be like spoilers for the future because I don't know when this video is coming up, so I'm just gonna go find the pictures and then come back to you. Okay, so the pictures are right here. I'm just going to drag all 4 of these pictures in, and this one I actually edited. I just put eyelashes on, and I did this all in PicsArt, which is pretty easy to figure out, but I can do a little PicsArt tutorial on how I edit my Instagram pictures in the future if you guys want. Okay, so I think the way that I did this, I put this one in that corner, this one down here. Okay, yes, so you really just have to play around with cropping and putting things to the outside so that you can put a sticker thing in the middle and a title, so you don't want things to be too close to the middle so that the sticker kind of cuts and like lays over them, if you know what I mean. So this one, I think we're just going to crop it down a little bit and make it really big. This really just takes a lot of trial and error to get it in the right position, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can cut things off a little bit. Another trick is that you can go to position and put things forward or backward. So you saw that I just put this one forward so it overlaps the bottom one, and this is a nice trick to get everything lined up evenly. So now you see that if we just go down a little bit right there and over to the side, make that a little bigger, then we have these 2 pretty much figured out. I think I'm actually going to make this one bigger so that you can see my character's face a little better. I like how that is. Now we need to deal with this other side. I think I'm going to make Archie bigger and move him over a bit, and you want to try to line everything up in the middle so that there's a center point where everything lines up. Alright, so I really like how this is looking. Since I've already done this once before, I kind of know how everything lines up, but it usually takes a lot longer than that. But now we need to find a little sticker thing to put for the title, and I don't remember what specific one I used for this, but some keywords I like to look up are label sticker, and there's like a bunch of different things you could look up, but there's some good ones in here. And I don't have the pro version. You can do without the pro version personally. I might get it in the future because I use Canva so much, but as of right now I don't use it, so it is definitely possible to not use it. You can also look up shape stickers. Oh, okay, this one's a good one. We have a lot right here. Okay, so I went and copied and pasted it from the other thing because I forgot the keyword that I found it from, but in order to change the color, you just hit these little boxes up here and change it to whatever color you want. It's nice because you have the colors that are in the photo, so you can pick one that matches really well. So I picked this red one right here that does the outline, and then the gray one which matches my character's shirt and Milo a little bit, I guess. And I just find that having the lighter color below the text makes it look really nice. And then for the text part, this video was titled Day in My Life. I like using 2 different fonts because I just find that it makes things stand out more. You just really have to play around with fonts, whatever you think fits the style of your thumbnail. I'm just going to look through these and find which font I want. You can also go to effects and hit shadow or lift. Those are my 2 favorites, and they really make the text pop out and easier to read. So I like to mix more of a standard font with a cursive font. I don't know if that's even like what you call them, standard font, but more of like normal straight up letters. I don't know what they're called, but I like to mix that with a cursive font because I feel like it just creates a nice contrast. Oh, I actually really like this one. It's more of a handwriting font, so it's not as standard, if you know what I mean. I'm not good with font descriptions. You want to make the text pretty big so that you can read it off of YouTube because the thumbnails end up pretty small when you're selecting a video. You can also use arrow keys to move things up and to the side a little bit so you get it even. We are not done yet. I think we should move Milo a little bit that way so that you can see my character's head. And there we go. Okay. I really like how that's turning out. This probably needs to go down. See, it's really just trial and error. You have to just move things around and see what you like and see what works together. So I usually always add a little extra design thing just to make it more interesting. You can look at the rest of my roleplay thumbnails and look for inspiration. Sometimes I do like little tape things in the corner, or I do little designs around the text. It really just depends on what I'm feeling. This specific one, I think I searched line, and then you can color the line however you want. This might not have been what I did, but it'll work the same way. So you can adjust the thickness of the line right here, and I'm gonna make it extra thick just so I make sure that it's thick enough. And then you can make the line wider, and there we go. I think, yeah, we need to make sure it's even, but then I'm just going to take it up to the top like that. And then you can just copy this and paste it and bring a new one to the bottom, and then do it for the 2 sides. Okay, so there we go. I really like this border style because it just makes it a little bit fancier without it being too crowded or anything. So I'm going to download this and then we will switch to PicsArt and I will show you what I do there. So like I said, the editing app I use is PicsArt, and I've been using PicsArt for a really long time and I really love it. And again, I don't have the subscription, so I use it completely free, so you can too. It's totally optional. But the first thing I go and do is sometimes I'll take up the brightness, but this picture was already pretty bright, so I just went straight to effects, and then I just messed around with some filters. And you can just do a combination of multiple, which is what I did this time, or choose one. You really just have to pick the look that you're going for, but the only thing I would say is I suggest not making it too harsh. You want it to have like its own special look and maybe some different color shades, I guess, but not too harsh to the point where it's kind of hard to see, if you know what I mean. So after I applied a few filters, I did end up deciding that I wanted to go up on the brightness a little bit just to make it pop and to make it easier to see. that was all I actually did in PicsArt for this one. Sometimes I will add lens flares or do a few other little things like draw if I need to cover something up, but I really don't do a whole lot to my thumbnails. They're really simple and pretty easy to make. I did want to mention another app though. It's called Adobe Lightroom, and it has a lot of nice presets, and occasionally I will use this, not very often, but they do. If you go over to the presets section all the way to the right, they have some really nice presets, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can like download presets and bring them into Adobe Lightroom, but don't like go to any fishy websites and do that, but you can just play around and see what you like. And like I said, I don't do this very often, but it can be really helpful sometimes, so I just thought I'd mention it. So that is how I make my realistic roleplay thumbnails. I really hope this was helpful, and I tried to put a lot of detail into this so that you know exactly how I do it. So if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you all are having an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye!